What's up, Dilio, coming to you live with another video, and we're talking about Maschine 3. Maschine 3. And I just want to give a shout out to Beat Culture. Kevin, he inspired this video. I saw a video. I was like, well, I like to chime in on this thing and talk about it since I talk about groove boxes. And I have a lot of experience with Maschine, believe it or not. You know, Maschine 3.0, the first thing that I would ask myself is, would I switch back? Well, that depends. It's not so cut and dry. And I still kept my Maschine Studio MK3 and actually did videos that talked about why I would keep them, because you never quite know what a company has up its sleeve. You know what's funny? I was looking at my comments on the YouTube channel, and this guy said, you must really not use Maschine. And I had to sit back and laugh because I have probably more than a few dozen videos of me using the product ever since the Mark 1. You gotta take time to remember that when people come across a video, it might be the first time they ever see you, and they come to it's just a human nature thing. You just come to the conclusion that, okay, this guy feels he doesn't. So I had to laugh because I was like, could I come up with a witty? I don't have a witty response. It's almost like Simone Biles and how people are talking about her hair, and then she just walks away with a bunch of gold. You know, so I speak from a lot of experience of using the platform, and I have receipts. They're on my YouTube channel. There are receipts of me using the Maschine before a lot of people even started their YouTube channels. But that doesn't really matter because we're talking about Maschine 3. And when I think about Native Instruments, and as I learn more about how these things work within the companies, I see that a lot of times these teams aren't very large. They're probably multitasking with a lot of stuff other than the product we want them to finish. And they're probably not working around the clock. They probably got like a 9 to 5. They come in, they punch in on their stuff, they check out. I don't know what the developers do. I have no idea. But because I've been exposed to a lot more corporate America, you know, these people come in regular hours and they get home. And they have deadlines for these projects. So it has been quiet. And that's part of the reason why I kind of stopped using it and why I put it away, is because I didn't see updates coming. And then when you had this whole standalone box that came in with all these features out the gate, like, what did that thing come out? 2017, 2018, the MPC Live, the X? Because that's all they had at the time, if I remember correctly. And it was right after the Touch. So they came out with a lot of stuff. So I switched over. But, you know, I think that I'd like to see the competition heat up. I like, you know, like, remember, I don't know if you're old enough to remember this, but remember when the WWF and WCW was going at it, and now some of the best wrestling, it was just cool because you had two cable channels and you wanted to switch in between the two because each one was trying to outdo the other. You know, those were good times, but I don't know if we're in those times anymore, because from outside looking in, it seems like kind of like NI is kind of like trying to be like Nintendo. And that is not really have a very high power, not even try to compete, but just find their own lane in this thing. Nintendo has their own lane, in my opinion. Nintendo is still live and kicking, and they have some of the biggest titles, even without using the most powerful hardware. But they got, I mean, even the whole gaming industry came from, in my opinion, their model of having a portable system that you can play at home and play it on the go, the same console. They put the Game Boy and the console into one, right? And now Steam has the Steam Deck, and now we have all these portable gaming systems. But in my opinion, I think it inspired when Switch made their move. So maybe NI is trying to be like Nintendo. Maybe NI is trying to find a different lane and release a bunch of nice expansion software titles, but keep the hardware low powered. I don't know. And the only reason I'm really speculating on this is because I found a link from Beat Culture, shout out to him, Kevin, that I saw the forum and they said, yeah, this is back in July 5th, according to the link. I'm like, okay, cool, but I'm concerned because I'm concerned about them sort of cannibalizing the hardware line. Like, let's be honest, like, my MK1 is gone. I've tried to repair it. It's dirty. It's gone. I probably will never see it again. I might have got rid of it, but I'm a little concerned. Like, okay, when they come out with this Maschine 3, will I still be able to use my MK3? Will I still be able to use my Maschine Studio? I will try it out. I'm definitely going to try it out. If it's easily accessible to me, I will try it out. But if you put it behind a new piece of hardware, it's likely that I probably won't be so quick. And besides, I'm cruising at such a great altitude on the machine, on the PC stuff. All of it starts with the letter M. Isn't that funny? Because it all starts at that level. I'm like, well, I'm kind of cruising already, so I'm not really losing out. But this is just hardware talk. There's so much more to this than just this hardware. There's beats, there's music, there's money, there's industry experience, and there's life, right? But I really hope that when NI comes out with this hardware, which according to this forum post says they're going to do out later this year, it is my hopes that they won't cannibalize the previous hardware, MK3, Mark II, even the MK1. Wouldn't that be crazy if you could still use the MK1 with Maschine 3 software? Time will only tell, and I hope that they get a little bit more aggressive with it. So that's all. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe, watch the Dilio TTK YouTube channel. I'm Dilio. We out of here.